Most normal Whatifalthist history tweet. If we're really serious about solving the fertility crisis, the government should give me a harem paid off taxpayer fund so I can personally solve it. I must repress my inherent disgust and inner homosexuality to do what is right for the nation. Although I do not desire in any way a harem of beautiful women supported by taxpayer funds, I see that it is my duty and responsibility to take. Only by brave measures like this can we face this existential threat. This is a real tweet, yes. This has me thinking, though, how many times could I bust if it was a different chick every time? Because, like, pussy do be magic. That is true. I wonder. Because you can go way farther with pussy than you can by jerking off. That is definitely true. Vaush having his Aristotle moment? Yeah. I've never actually been to an orgy. You know, I've had my threesomes or whatever. I've always thought, I think that orgies and, like, bathhouses and glory holes and the like are very hot, like, conceptually. But, oh my god, the actual practical reality of dealing with that sounds to me to be unbearable, you know? Like, oh my god, like, it's just random-ass fucking people? Or even, like, you know, I don't know. Is 3 as high as you've gone? Did I force him? I forget. I'm sorry. You have to think about it. I don't have a good memory, and I've had a decent number of experiences. Threesomes are kind of overrated after having done them. Well, it has to depend on the dynamic, right? Like, sure, if it's just like 2 people having sex and a third person just kind of like flicking them, like while they're having sex. Sure, right? You know, you have to be fully engaged. That's the problem, right? Like, you have to abandon cringe as a concept because if you're just having sex with one other person, you know, if you want to have good sex, you also have to abandon cringe. You know, you have to sort of commit yourself to the knowledge that you're gonna be at least a little bit cringe. You're having sex. What are you gonna do? Live with it. But then in a threesome, you're doing that with 2 people. That is literally double the number of people you have to do that with. You know, I think there's a reason why orgies and drugs are often associated, because breaking down those boundaries when you're high as fuck has to be a lot easier than being like fully cognitively present and being like, okay, I now have to be cringe in front of like 8 people. Like, Jesus Christ, you know? Sex is kind of hard, actually. Well, doing it right is, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you want to be lazy, well, you can do it right and be lazy. But yeah, if you're there to perform, and that's the other thing too, you don't want to be lazy at the orgy, because then everyone's going to talk about you. You don't want to be the guy at the orgy who busts in like 6 minutes and then is like, all right, and you like shuffle to a couch or something. Because then, like, you know, people are gonna, you know, they're gonna talk at the water cooler. You know, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're that guy who, didn't even get to like feel you up. You know. So you have to, the orgy water cooler gossip is vicious. Yeah, 100%. You got to be careful with that. Vaush worse, I was the guy who never busted. I mean, I don't think that's probably better to not bust than to bust in like 2 minutes at an orgy, right? Tops always got to perform, bottoms can be lazy. That depends. That definitely depends. That definitely depends. Especially because, like, all right, in fairness, like, even if tops do a lot of mechanical work, right? You know, if the bottom's doing anal, like, that's a lot of work on its own, right? Like, both preparatory and, like, you know, like logistically, you know, let's not discount the effort being put in. What I'm saying is, let's all bring our best game and let it be a clean fight out there. Okay, I want to see a clean good. All right, I'm the referee in a boxing square. Okay, everyone, I want you to sort of bap your fists against each other. I want a good, clean orgy. You know, no foul play unless you have consent, and be respectful. You know, bottom right's redemption arc. None of this takes away from the fact that they're annoying.